In this video, we're going to talk about layer masks. Layer masks are your go-to tools. It is not a part of your image. It is a tool that is always black and white. Think of the white area as clear and the black area as masking an image. So when you paint in the black area, you're sort of hiding part of the image, masking it, if you will. They're very powerful tools and your go-to tools when you're looking to combine images, when you're looking to do photo collages, and things like that. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I have Dune image up over here, and there are three different kinds of layer masks that we're going to talk about. The first one is the real basic one. So I'm going to just go ahead and pick up one of my selection tools. My oval tool will do just fine, and give myself a selection. I'll have that layer selected. With that layer selected, I now want to mask outside of my selection. How I do that is going to the bottom of my layers palette, and that icon between the adjustment layer and that effects layer that we did not talk about, well, that's what we're going to talk about now. That's the add a layer mask. I click on that and look at what happens. It seems like all of this area has been deleted. If you look in your layers palette, what you have is a thumbnail next to that layer, which has this black area and the white area. So your white area is clear, as in you can see through to the Dune image. The black area is masking that Dune image. Now you can go ahead and make adjustments. I can move this around. At this point, both of them are moving in conjunction, both of them as in the Dune image and the mask, because they're linked. This chain link from right here, I can unlink it, and with just the mask selected, I can move the placement of my mask. Or select my Dune image and move the placement of my Dune image. Any which way I want. We talked about working in a non-destructive fashion. You will always want to work with masks when you are trying to delete part of an image, because the image is still right there. I can go ahead and select this mask, drop it in the trash can, and I'm going to delete it, and voila, we have our whole image back. So we've never really gotten rid of an image or parts of an image, as in we have not worked in a destructive fashion. We have made sure our image is still there. You may need it later, or you may need it for a different project. So you want to make sure your image is all there. You want to work with layer masks. The second kind of layer mask is what's called a paint on. You can use the paintbrush and the eraser tool to paint it on. So you kind of develop it from scratch. So with that layer selected, and this is important, you want to make sure your foreground color is black and your background color is white. You go in here and give yourself a blank layer mask. It adds a layer mask. Now it looks like it's done nothing over here, but over here you have this blank layer mask, which is all white, so you can see through it all. So you want to start painting in your black areas, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pick up my paintbrush tool. And I'm going to make it a little bigger in size. Maybe that's too big, but that big is good. And start painting in. See, my foreground color needs to be black. Look what's happening. It looks like I have gone ahead and deleted part of my image. But what I've actually done, if you look in the layers palette, is painted in the black area, as in masked out part of that image. Now maybe I did a little too much. I want to bring some of this back. I can erase out some of that black area by using my eraser tool and start bringing it back in. I also had a soft edge on my paintbrush. That's why I had this diffused edge. You can give yourself a crisp edge or a diffused edge. So you see where I'm going with this. So while it looks like I'm actually painting back in, what I'm doing really is erasing some of that black area, right? If you look again in the layers palette. So if you want to, you can have several layers of images going, and you can have parts of several different images showing through, just kind of masking the different images where you have the previous image showing through. And that's how you would kind of build with lots of images, do a photo collage, all of that. The third one I want to talk to you about is using the gradient tool to build really nice photo collages. But before I do that, I want to make sure I show you that you can use these in conjunction. I'm going to go ahead and delete this layer mask and go ahead and give myself that simple layer mask again, the basic kind. Now come in and pick up my paintbrush tool and give it a normal edge and start painting even more of this out. So I have very little of that image showing. So you can certainly use these different kind of layer masks in conjunction. Let me bring in some of that now. I'm just changing the point size on my eraser tool and my brush tool. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Or you can even free form a shape. I'm going ahead and deleting that layer mask. I'm going to use the lasso tool, the selection tool, give myself a selection, and then click the layer mask and give myself a layer mask that way. Pick up the eraser tool and start bringing back some of that image that I blocked out with the lasso tool. So all of these really work very well together. The third one I want to show you, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Well, actually I can just turn the eye off on it. Bring back the other images that we've been working on. The third one I want to show you is using the gradient tool to really develop nice photo collages. And we're going to talk about the gradient tool in detail in a subsequent video. But say you had, I'm going to go ahead and just select this duck copy right here. And with that selected, I'm going to go ahead and first give myself a layer mask. Just a blank layer mask. So right next to my duck copy, I now have a blank layer mask. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my gradient tool, which is right below my eraser tool. And the first thing you want to do is go right at the top in your options palette and pick up the gradient editor right here, right under Photoshop. Click that, and in the presets, make sure it says foreground to background. That's correct. You want to always double check that this is what is selected. You want foreground to background. And now that you have this, you come back to your artboard and just kind of draw this line. See what it's doing? It's sort of blending in that image in the background. Make sure it's and play with this till you find the look that you're going for. I think the drop shadow is getting in my way. There you go. This is going to be very helpful to you when you're trying to combine images, developing photo collages. You can do this in multiple. Let's look at Dune copy. This one right here. Give yourself a layer mask there and start doing the same thing. You see how the two images tend to blend with one another? Because this is the gradient tool, foreground to background. and it seems to, get rid of those hard edges, and this is really your most useful tool for photo collages.